G'day everyone, welcome to this week's Life on the Hulls, and Janet and I are in Brisbane, or in Raby Bay up near Brisbane, and it's freezing! This isn't like Queensland's supposed to be. We've just gone and done the shopping, and yeah, it's a bit wet and miserable, isn't it, Dylan?
It is cold.
Yeah,
Everyone's saying the same.
Yeah, you got people walking around here, they're in puffer jackets and ski jackets up here because the Queenslanders can't handle the cold, but we're a little bit tougher. I'm still in shorts, but anyway,
I'm not.
We've got our groceries and we're going to move on tomorrow. But I just thought I'd show you how stable the tender is. I can basically walk around on it, and it's been proven to be an absolute winner for us to be able to do that, and the storage in underneath has really paid off. So
Yeah,
let's
it's
be happy
brilliant.
with that for groceries and keeping stuff dry. But the tender's really starting to show its benefits, and it was well worth the 6 months it took me to make it. Let's get into it. We've been holed up in the Hawkesbury in some wet weather and waiting around for a weather window. It looks like we're probably here for another week. So a few months ago we started making cushions, well Janet did anyway, and she did an absolutely brilliant job, and I sort of coined the idea that we should maybe try to make our own clears. She's not looking happy. But anyway, so that's what we're going to do. We're at least going to give it a go. The good thing is we've got about 6 weeks or so before you guys will see this video, so we've got a chance to either rectify it or pay someone to do the job, haven't we? Okay, so how do you feel about this idea?
Well, we'll give it a go.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know about the sewing machine we've got. Whether it will, whether I can use it properly.
Yep.
Would be, and I probably need to learn how to do that too. So.
For sure. About 18 months ago, I bought a roll of PVC for clears, and didn't realise it was possibly a bit thin. So we thought we'd make at least one clear for down on the starboard side where our loungette is on the back there. We're getting a little bit wet, particularly because it's been a pretty wet week. So I thought, let's make some clears. So I bought a roll of the PVC clear. Now it's not 1 millimetre thick, and I did attempt to buy some yesterday, but this stuff is 0.5 of a millimetre, and we've got some sunbrella, and we've done a few measurements, and I think we can get it done. We'll give it a go, eh? As it transpires, Janet's sewing machine simply would not be capable of punching through the sunbrella and the plastic as well. So we had a look at the Sailrite machines, and guess what? You can't buy them in Australia. There's no distributor, and there's no way you can freight one from the US. So we watched a few videos on Sailing Jupiter, and Jamie there was actually playing around with a Sailrite side-by-side too. This sewing machine, which we bought on, well, it wasn't Alibaba, it was close, it was on eBay. So in case it didn't work, we had the opportunity to either return it or get our money back. This is a Bowcraft. I think they actually spelled it wrong, but Bowcraft is a walking foot machine that is almost identical to a Sailrite. However, some of the componentry seems to be a little bit cheaper. But for our purposes, we're not industrial sewers, are we? We're not sail makers? No. But we thought having it on board might be good for fixing sails and doing clears and doing meshes and things like that we want to put around the back of the actual cockpit. We want to do like a Fifertex mesh background around the back there rather than having it all enclosed in dark grey material. So we'll give this a go, and I'm just about to unbox it. We've actually already tested it at Sam's a couple of weeks ago, and I just need to wire a decent plug onto it because it's got a US plug on it, and that's just not going to work here. So the Bowcraft sewing machine, I'm pretty excited about this. I'm always excited about sewing, and I would not know how to sew to save myself. I guess it's not a knockoff, but it comes out of the same place as the Sailrite. I believe that to be true. Who knows? So the Sailrite machine, I think was about double the price without the case. We'd love the case because that would make a massive difference to this effort having to do this. But anyway, we'll have to keep that box. All right, and here it is. Bowcraft. I think they missed out on T.
No, I think it's probably somebody else has got that, and it's a copyright thing.
Who knows? All I know is it is heavy. I could have put on a whole suite of sails for what that weighs. Anyway, if it saves us thousands, which it will, then it's worth everything. But we thought having it on board might be good for fixing sails and doing clears and doing meshes and things like that we want to put around the back of the actual cockpit. We want to do like a Fifertex mesh background around the back there rather than having it all enclosed in dark grey material. So we'll give this a go. So I've just put a new Aussie plug on it. So the all-important power usage, we worked out it was drawing about 50 or 60 watts when Janet was running that through, so it uses virtually no power at all. And I'm going to leave Janet to study that while I go and do some other jobs. We've been hanging out up at Bob and Head waiting for Dave and Denise to come with our groceries, and we thought we'd jury rig a clear because Janet didn't get her act together and get up at 4 a.m. this morning and sew it up. It was a bit of a sleep in, wasn't it? Because it was a bit of a wet, wild morning. We've just jury rigged a plastic sheet because Dave and Denise are coming on for the night, and you won't be able to use this area unless we stop the rain coming in. However, it's a nice sheltered little area here, but it does get a little bit wet. It doesn't often get wet, but the water drips down over the side here. So we just had a couple of pieces of plastic and we scavenged this thing together. It was my wife's idea. She just found a couple of bits of builder's plastic down in the boat. I'm very proud of you. You could have made the actual clear in the time that we made that.
This means that we have a test trial and then we decide if it's the right thing.
Yeah, I don't think what I initially planned was that.
No.
But duct tape and plastic is doing the job, and it's been pretty bloody wet today. We just left the dock
It's like being on a kayak camping trip.
It is, yeah. It's like being in Canada on a kayaking trip, which we love, but it's been pretty wet. It's going to be a wet week by the look of it, and we're just so chilled though. I mean, I can't get out of my own road. It's so nice. We're really decompressing after quite a hectic period, and it's nice to be back on the boat and nice to be on the boat and just chilling out and doing what takes our fancy, which is really nice. But this is a pretty ordinary looking clear. It's simply builder's plastic, but you know, it's going to do the job. It'll certainly hold off the rain and keep the lounge dry there and give us an outdoor entertaining area, and then we can work on the actual clear, which will come down to this edge along here and over the top of the hatch, so it'll keep all that area. So we'll zip over in the tender in a moment, get Dave and Denise, pick them up. They're here for the night, and have a night on board, and we'll have a couple of drinks, which will be nice.
Did you explain where the swell was coming from?
Yeah, the swell is coming from a massive low out in the Tasman, and it's about probably between here and New Zealand in size, right up to New Caledonia, and it's just thrusting these 7-8 metre swells into the north coast of New South Wales. So it's a bloody good job we didn't go up there. We would have probably been sitting either in Port Stephens or Coffs Harbour Marina by now, and getting smashed by horrible winds. There's 100 km/h winds, and yeah, it's just horrible up there. So the sail machine can come out tomorrow afternoon as soon as our guests leave. Janet's going to be back on stitching.
I might encourage them to stay. So we're back in a calmer place, and Russ is going to have to go back up again, but at least we haven't got swell to deal with here, which is a much better idea. Just got to go up where the radar is, because that's what's causing the problem. And it's got something to do with the lazy jets, because they've got crossed over somewhere with the halyard. I think you won't be able to see that until I get up to the helm.
So about 2 hours ago, I went up the mast to firstly grind off the radar mount. There's a point on our radar mount which is actually wearing on the sail, and I don't want to wear through the sail. You can see a mark on the sail where it was actually hitting, which is just ridiculous, the design of this radar mount, because it's hanging out. And when we've got the sail prevented out, and not even when it's against the shrouds, that radar mount's actually touching the sail, which is just not good. So that's the first thing. So I went up there to grind it off, and I also went up there to spread the lazy jacks. And I've come back down. It wasn't that rough. It's just there was enough weight up there to make me feel quite ill, and I was swinging around like an idiot. So I've got to go back up. So we're up here in Cotton Tree Bay, and we're going to go again. I've got to go up and fix the lazy jack first, and then I'm hoping I'll then pull up the angle grinder and do a second go at cutting this bloody angle this mount off because it's pretty stupid the way it's designed. Anyway, it's got to happen, and then I might have to clean it up. But I've got the whole team here. Got Nisi and David acting here. We're putting cushions on the windows in case I drop something. Probably a good idea. Side, I'm all right, but if it gets in the middle, it's like frog's eyes.
I'm filming.
It's the slack been
You're feeling?
I'm
feeling. Alright, pull the halyard down, the black one. Tight. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Righto. Okay, you got me. Yep. Oh. Righto, David, you're going to have to keep up. Whee.
Whoa.
Are we balanced again?
I'm up, yeah, keep going. How's that grinder?
Yeah, I'm watching it.
Is it still slack?
Yep.
Alright, keep going. Trying to work out what to do here. Right, how's that, Dave? Is that right now?
Let's face it, we'll have a look.
Oh, this blue line's caught in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the point is the blue line will sort itself out.
That way. I'm about 10 metres up the mast here. The view's quite spectacular. Hello, everyone.
Yeah, hi. Nice view from here.
Yeah, getting the view right up my clacker. I'm holding on with one hand, but my other problem is right here. This friggin' radar mount is hanging out just enough to cut into our sail. And the other thing I've done is I've just spread our lazy jacks out to the side here, which has made a big difference. It'll make hoisting the main a lot easier. We've been having to aim exactly into the wind, and with our big battens they're getting caught. So I've decided to put that spread of the lazy jacks right out here, and I can adjust it from down on the bag just to get the tightness right. But anyway, that's cool. I've put on a shackle. Probably could have done it with the soft shackle through that cymbal there. And Nisi's down there filming. I'm a damn sight more comfortable in this bay than I was back there. There was like swell and ship weight coming through and I was getting smashed. Anyway, that's my job now. I've got to get an angle grinder and cut that bastard off, which is going to be no fun at all with one hand.
You're away.
Okay, so I've just cut off this section here, and hopefully that'll be enough. It's pretty much in line with the radar mount. It'll certainly stop a lot of wear, because this edge here was on here, and it was actually cutting into the sail, and that was not very nice. But yeah, the view might be nice, but it's not real comfortable up here. I could probably spend another half hour up here, but I'm not going to, because these guys are going to get me down, aren't you? Please get me down. I am losing my virginity to this friggin' boatswain chair. It's actually a big boat coming with a big wake, so let's get down. Beautiful.
Are you going before I'm ready?
Bit more down.
Okay.
All right, Dave, bit more, Dave. David. Keep going. Oh, fuck. Bit more, Janet. Bit more, David. I'm on the ground. Day 300 up in the Hawkesbury. This is the second of the East Coast lows that are moving through now. We're going to wait this one out for this week, and I just had a look at the synoptic chart. There's another one, like a Category 4 cyclone sized East Coast low, or low, sitting off West Australia, and it's in line for the next one. So because it's been so wet, we've actually made a temporary clear, and it's been here for 2 days, and it's been life-changing, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
I mean, what it's done is it's enabled us to be able to sit on this nice dry cushion, because it's been raining since we left home. The Hawkesbury River is a bit like Hotel California. You can check out any time you like, but you can never leave because we've got 3 East Coast lows on top of each other, and it's just been continuous. So I've decided we need clears in a hurry.
You've decided.
I've decided, but you're making them.
You've decided.
So we've made this temporary clear out of whatever we had left, and it's sufficed, hasn't it? For three days, it's been brilliant.
Suggestion of mine, wasn't it?
It was a great suggestion of yours, but we now need to take it down and move it on to the vinyl that we have, or the PVC clear that we have inside, so that Janet can then hem it. And we've just tried to work out how we were going to attach it without doing any permanent damage, because this one's going to be a temporary one again, but it'll be a good temporary one rather than...
So it's temporary because I've been doing some reading. I don't really have the rights. This is a new sewing machine. Came with a needle. They're good needles, but it's not fine enough for getting through a lot of material and vinyl. So I can't do all the fancy stuff that I'm going to have to do with zips and stuff. So I'll get that sorted. But in the meantime, this makes such an enormous difference.
Yeah, it's life-changing.
Anyway.
And we've got at least another week of rain ahead, and probably 100 to 200 mils on Thursday. So it's going to be pretty wet, and I don't want to be anywhere near the mouth of this river, this big river system, because it gets flooded. It's up near Dangar Island, where Dangar Stew is, and I've seen the floods go through there 6 metres high, and we don't want to be anywhere near that. We'd probably be fine where we are now because we'd just go up and down on these moorings, but if we were down near the river mouth, down near Dangar Island, near the mouth of the Hawkesbury, it gets pretty serious in there. We went through there yesterday, and it's about 5 knot currents just on a normal ebb tide. So you can imagine what it'd be like in a 6 metre high flood from Western Sydney flowing all the way out into the Hawkesbury. So we're going to get on with making this clear. We've got the template, and then we'll put this one back up because it's actually been brilliant. So, torrential rain last night. Don't think it's stopped all night, and it's not going to stop for the next 5 days. So this is the beginning of our trip, and yeah, it's quite pleasant. Just got to get on with the jobs, don't you? Because we went for a paddle yesterday on the paddle boards. That was nice. Got back on. Just as we got back on, it rained for a change. We're not going to melt, and this area up in here, Stingray Bay, up in the Hawkesbury River, it's low tide up there, but absolutely beautiful spot. We're surrounded by the wilderness here. It's a bit like being in British Columbia or something at the moment, because we've got mist and very un-Australian sort of look. But then it really is Australia, because you all think it's hot and dry here, but where we are on the coast here, we're a pretty wet place. We do get quite a lot of rain. We haven't had any for months. So typical the day we start our trip, it starts raining the next day, and it hasn't stopped, has it really? It's been pretty much every day.
Good for the farmers.
Yeah, the farmers are loving it. There's a big rain band coming right across. Almost half of Australia is getting rained on at the moment, and they're jumping for joy out west. But us here on the coast, well, we're just holding tight, and we're stuck up in the river. Well, it's beautiful. We shouldn't say we're stuck, because it's a stunning environment. We're just in absolute wilderness up here. It's beautiful. Janet's got 3 hair dryers.
I have not.
It feels like 3 hair dryers, but one's a steamer. Do you like my Ugg boots? I've been living in my Ugg boots ever since we moved on board, because it's winter, but I still wear shorts. I'm fitting light switches because someone's been at me about the lights, because we're living on USB chargeable lights at the moment, and it's getting a little bit frustrating. So I've got these U-Butte rocker switches that are going to be all over the boat eventually, and we're going to have a separate set of lights here in the hallway. Not that you call it a hallway, but the gangway, and then lights over the bed. We've already got, I believe it or not, we have lights already over the bed.
But you have to climb on the bed to turn them on, which is a first world problem, I know.
So we fitted reading lights, which are working really, really well. But in here, it will be nice to be able to come in and flick a light on and just have some lights, rather than having to charge a battery every night.
And working, it goes on, and then 10 seconds later it goes off.
Yeah.
So that's it. They've been good though. They've got us through.
Oh yeah, they're taking the pressure off for sure. So while we've got a wet week, just get jobs done. That's what we're all about. You right?
Just fell over the stair. I stepped that one step.
The lengths we go to get footage for you guys. Janet's just tripped over, falling backwards into the hallway. Aren't you doing something upstairs?
Yeah, I am.
Go on, get back to work. I hate this look, this Ugg boot look. I'm quite embarrassed about it. It's like I was always taught never go out in your Ugg boots.
Well, you haven't gone out. People have just come in.
I'm out. This is out for us.
Alright, so I think I'm doing the sides for the clear, which I'm getting quite nervous about. However, more because it's a big piece and it's just trying to manage it in this small space. But I'm just scoring to get the material folded for all the different edges. We'll get the sewing machine out and see how we go.
I am so excited. The clears are being made. I'm so excited. How'd it come up? Is it alright? Looks pretty good, eh?
So. It's not, I mean, it could be straighter and I'll get better, but this is my practice one.
Cool.
You know, when we met the for real ones.
Pretty good, I reckon, because I'm a slave driver.
Up to me, probably pretty slim.
I want them perfect. Even if I'll book you an Airbnb and you can do all the temples, we'll just take the sewing machine to an Airbnb one day because you might want to. Yeah, you can go to the Airbnb and I'll stay on the boat so you can have a break from me.
Yeah, I actually was thinking we should probably, mind you, if we're going to start booking Airbnbs, we might as well have paid someone to do it.
No.
But it would be nice.
I have a feeling after this week in the rain that we might be looking for an Airbnb sooner than later. No, I'm happy, more than happy. And while Janet's upstairs in the saloon, I've been working on the lights in our cabin. Now, we've had no lights in the cabin for, well, 18 months. And I actually installed the lights into the roof lining so that we could get the roof linings installed. And I left the wires just hanging here underneath this pelmet here. And it's been a bit of a working job to get these fitted, but I've put in a double rocker and the rockers work. So there we go. We've now got lights above the bed, which is absolutely amazing. And lights in the hallway. So no shortage of lights in there now. We could light up the world. I used to have a neighbour one day. He came out screaming at me one night because we had a floodlight on in the backyard and she was a little bit sleep deprived. She goes, "You're lighting up the world. You're lighting up the world." And all we did was add a light on and she went off her brain. But anyway, that's the way it is. Neighbours, you can't pick them. But on a boat, no neighbours here. We're on our own, darling. That may not be very neighbourly, but it's the way it is on a boat. You just anchor up and if you don't like your neighbours, just drive off and find somewhere else. That's what I'm sort of really enjoying, that side of it.
So this is the top and that's the side. So this is going to be at the top. So I just want how you want me to finish it. What you think I could cut it and just finish it there, you know, like an angle.
I'd fold it inwards.
Yeah, I will. I'm just asking you which.
Yeah, I think so. Just like a pleat, like a corner. Nice. Looks amazing. Well, I'm not really sure what it looks like, but we won't until we put it up. Right, we've got to check on the progress. We're doing a dry fit.
And it's not too bad. It looks pretty good.
What do you think?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with it.
No, I think it's going to be spot on.
I've got some, I mean, I haven't finished it because I've got some stitching. I've got some stitching to do here and stuff, but I knew that. We were just testing it to see. And now we're just going to get the length at the bottom proper.
So the idea up here is we're going to have a shock cord running down in this here. We were going to use a little press studs, but they're just lousy. So I'm going to have a little canopy hook all the way down where these screws are. And we'll have a little hole that'll just hook the shock cord over. And that'll hold that in place. And then across the top, we're just going to have a couple of P-clips. Which will hopefully, something like a P-clip or maybe a cleat or something. We've put a rope through it to hold it in place. But at least any hole we drill into here is actually not going to penetrate the outside. So we do have some solid glass to deal with, but that just looks unreal, Janet. We've tensioned this out to here. Yeah, it's a funny gather down at the bottom, isn't it? Day 11 in the Hotel California of inlets. The Hawkesbury River, we're waiting, and there's about 8 yachts around us that are also waiting. Obviously we're waiting for this big load to move off the coast, and yeah, it's starting to feel a little bit like Groundhog Day. There's Arabella's up the road here. She was beside us about a week ago, and he clearly still hasn't left either. So, beautiful spot here. We're hanging out at Refuge Bay, just outside of Pittwater, up the river of Pittwater. There's a big waterfall up here. A couple of nice yachts have come in this morning. There's a big party boat over there. But yeah, what a stunner of a spot this is. Absolutely gorgeous. And America Bay's around the corner here, just around in there. So there's another 100 moorings up around the corner there. But yeah, a lot of these yachts, we're all on hold. We're all sort of heading north and all waiting for this system to pass. It's been a little bit haphazard. It's coming from the south now, which is sort of a good thing. That could be a bit of a clearing wind, but it is going to drive the swell up. They're talking about 3.5 to 4 metre swells today, tomorrow and Saturday. So it's Thursday today, and then on Sunday things start to calm down a little bit for 3 or 4 days, and then that's going to be our chance to break out of here at this stage. We haven't decided yet. Probably Monday morning at about 4 a.m. we'll get up, hoist the sails and get out, because we've got about a 12 to 14 hour run up to Port Stephens. That's based on about 6 to 7 knots, so we'd be hopeful to get that unless we motor sail, which we probably will anyway. We don't want to be getting in there too long after dark. In fact, I think it's a full moon, so that could be of assistance. So for now, we're hanging and we're enjoying it, aren't we?
Stop feeling guilty.
I am feeling guilty. I am feeling guilty.
Don't. Sun's come out. Don't.
I'm just messing around on a boat, and life doesn't get any better than that, really. We're still working on the clears. I'm going to try and work on a little bit of plumbing today, try and get our saltwater toilet a little bit organised. I'm not really sure how I'm going to do that. Got to find a power line first, because I've used up all the ones that we put in for that side for the freshwater toilet. We now need to install the saltwater toilet system, so we'll see how that goes today. I'll have a good think about how I'm going to do that and see if I can find another line, and Janet's going to get on to finishing this clear here. We've had this tarp up for 4 or 5 days and it's been absolutely magic, so it just goes to show you how good a clear will be when it actually if it gets made. Oh, hang on a second. There's action. What's going on?
Oh, I'm doing something.
You're going to make you're going to do the clear, are you? Well, why not?
Yeah, finish it.
Good, cool. Get into it.